She is the writer, producer, and the creator of the show, The 7 Guys You Date Before You're Married. Please give it up for Nicole Burch, everybody, please.
So fucking tall. Hey, what's up, guys? So I was only here a few weeks ago, and I did a whole set on how I was so excited to be dating this wonderful guy. That's over. Today's like what? It's a week today. So this is what I would like. I'm just gonna get this before I start. I would like it for when things are going well in a relationship, for the guy to be like, hey, I'm enjoying this. Let's keep this going. Instead of him going, how much gasoline is it going to take to burn all of this shit to the ground? Because that's what they do. It's all sabotage out here. Like, everything's sabotage. But it's fine. I think women are more resilient in breakups than men. Because, like, in a couple weeks, I'm going to be over it. It's going to be fine. But men, especially their first heartbreak, they take it so fucking hard. Like, okay, this guy could have gone to Panama when he was 18 years old, hooked up with a girl named Chartreuse, right? For one night, lost her number, then he cries for 30 fucking years. Now fast forward, he's 45 years old, living in a studio apartment off Melrose with 6 dudes, where he still hangs his movie posters up with thumbtacks, and he's like, I don't know, I just don't believe in relationships anymore. And like, he cries for 3 decades. What the fuck is that? He's like, well, you didn't know her. Yeah, neither did you. Get the fuck over it. It's like 50% of the guys in LA. So this is what I'm afraid of, is after a breakup, we tend to date down, both genders, right? Because, like, let's say you go through a bad breakup. That's like your Everest, right? You just got kicked off Everest. That's your Heidi Klums, your George Clooney's. You're not going to go for that right away. You're going to lower it to, like, your Frymans or your Runyons, okay? Or if you're me, drop it even further, parking lot at Chipotle, right? Keep it safe, okay? Essentially, you're dating Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings. That's who you're dating, okay? The difference between the genders is this. Men don't tell other men when they're dating below the bar. Men, it's not like a guy's going to go, hey, Jeff, I didn't know if you knew this, but you're dating the troll from 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Like, I didn't know if you knew that. They don't say that. They're just happy that Jeff is getting laid. That's where guys set their bar. They're like, who cares? Is he getting fucked? Who cares, right? Women, totally different story. Last breakup I had, I call my girlfriends up, and it was a bad one. And I go, you guys, I'm dating somebody else. You guys are going to love him. I can't wait for you to meet him. Okay, you guys. And they're like, yeah, meet us out at the bar. Great. I show up with fucking Gollum. Okay. So, dragging Gollum in. So excited to show him off. 60 seconds, you guys, no more than 60 seconds before the girls have come up, separated us, sent him home in a lift, got me a Sauvignon Blanc, sat me down, and said, girl, let's work on this self-esteem because this shit ain't happening again. That's the difference between men and women. We have any alpha females? Alphas? Yeah? Awesome. Any betas? That's the fucking difference. Silence. That's the difference. I myself am an alpha female. And I love alpha males. This is my biggest problem. I took a psych class in college, and the professor said that 60% of all relationships are an alpha-beta combo, meaning somebody wears the pants in the relationship, right? 35% are the beta-beta combo, and they're the most successful because it's like they're both so passive. It's like, who's going to fucking leave? Nobody. Great. That leaves the elusive 5% alpha and alpha union, the hardest to find, the hardest to make work. But if you do, congratulations, you've entered into the power couple. You know, like your Beyonce, Jay-Z's, the Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, like that's who it is. But because alphas run so fucking hot and are assertive, you also end the risk of being like Sharon and Ozzy, or like Tommy and Pam Anderson, or Bobby and Whitney. Like, it could get crazy, right? That's how crazy it could get. You don't know. It's a gamble. I mean, you guys ever wonder, like, the show Friends? Joey, who's the only alpha male, ends up alone, and I'm over here playing Phoebe, diddling my smelly cat. Like, that's it. But the thing with alphas is I have to have sex as an alpha with an alpha. You know what I mean? That alpha sex, like, I don't want to know he could kill me, but I want to wonder if he could. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I call him a pussy in the middle of sex, could he snap my neck Black Ops style? I don't fucking know. Let's see. Let's find out. Just a little fucking, I don't know. Yes. Because what am I going to do? Have sex? When I have sex with a beta comes in the bedroom, I take my top off, and he's like, You like that? Ugh, no. I watched this on Pornhub. What if I slap it? What are you doing? No. Get the fuck out of here, Beta. In fact, go get your big brother Igor and send him back in here. Igor, get the fuck in here and fuck me like a White Walker. Let's go. Igor comes in. He's wearing a gas mask and a flogger. Game on. Mom's down. Let's do this. Fuck a Beta. Ugh. My best girlfriend is actually pregnant. She's 5 months pregnant, due in November. And she's 5 feet tall, used to be a prima ballerina. She just weighed in, after 5 months, she weighed in at 114 pounds, which I haven't weighed since I was in the 3rd grade, so fuck her. But the thing about her, I'm actually excited that she's having a baby. I'm really excited to get my best friend back because we can't go anywhere now, like anywhere to eat. You can't. Now, it used to be, when I was younger, don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs when you're pregnant, right? That was it. With her, now it's 2017, there's a fucking list. Certain types of eggs have listeria in them. You can't have any meat or seafood that's smoked. And we can't even go to our coffee shop because it has caffeine, and caffeine's bad for the baby's heartbeat. And once I got the list of dietary restrictions, I was like, I'm out. I don't want kids anymore. Nobody's telling me what to do. Fuck it. But this is when I'm like, the universe is going to bless me with a kid completely by accident. And the kid's going to grow up and be a toddler and look at me and be like, Mom, do you love me? And I'm going to be like, you know what? Not as much as sushi and a good Cabernet. That's why your head's bent. Yeah, okay. She was a really good girlfriend. I will say this during one of my breakups, because I have so fucking many. During one of my breakups, she calls me and she knew that I was doing like the sweatpants and like kept myself in my bedroom for like 3 days straight. It was just like eating pasta. And she's like, come on, we're going to the club. I was like, no, I don't want to go to the club. And she's like, get in your pretty purple body conscious dress. We're going to the fucking club. And I'm like, I'm not going to the club. She's like, I'll be there in 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, I can hear her Prius roll up and she's blaring I'm Every Woman by Whitney Houston. I peeked my head out. I was like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. She's like, well, I've got a mini bar in the glove compartment that says different, so stretch your hip flexors. We're going on a dick run. Let's go. It's a good girlfriend. She's my favorite. Stretch your hip flexors. Okay. I'll end with this. So this guy that I was dating, early on in our relationship, we had what I like to call a oopsie daisy. So plan A was for him to listen to me when I was like, come inside me. And he was like, okay. And I was like, wait, I was being sarcastic. And he was like, no, I did too late. And I was like, fun. Okay, so after plan A, we have to get a plan B. So I go into CVS for said plan B, and I've got like runny mascara, and I'm going up to the counter with nothing in my hand. So clearly it's like, I'm not there for Nicorette, right? So I walk up, and of course, it's this 17-year-old kid standing behind the counter, and he's adorable, but he's like, welcome to CVS. And I'm like, oh, good. So I'm going to need the plan B. And somehow he goes from 17 to trying to act like a 45-year-old, like he's going to take care of me. And he's like, no problem. I've got you. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Just get the fucking pill. So while he's looking around back there, there's also like 4 Hispanic construction workers who don't know that I speak fluent Spanish, and they're clearly aware that I'm there to get my whore pill. So I was like, okay. So the kid comes back. We'll call him Toby because he looks like a fucking Toby. So Toby comes back, and he's like full sweat, freaking out. He was like, I don't know. I looked and I can't find anything back here. Oh my God, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, first of all, you're freaking me and the baby out. You need to calm the fuck down. Go in the back and see if you can find anything else. And he's like, oh, she's always a thinker. She's always a thinker. And he's like, we've known each other for years, and he runs off. At this point, I start texting Justin. Justin's the guy who got me in this dilemma. So I start texting Justin, and I'm letting him know, hey, this is the situation. He goes, no worries. Go to work. I will rearrange my schedule. I'll pick you up a pill from a different CVS, bring it to you. I'm like, sweet. I'm on my way out the door. Before I leave, Toby comes whipping around. He's like, oh, there's none in the bag. There's so many options. You're going to be fine. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Toby. We're not raising this baby together. Get the fuck back. So Toby goes away, and I go to work, and I was a bartender, so I'm bartending. And of course, even though it's like 7 o'clock on a Tuesday, it's like fucking jam-packed. So 4 deep. People are like, Moscow Mules, blowjob shots, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah. In walks Justin. And I see him and I'm like, yeah. And he comes over and he's like reaching through people and he hands me a DVD. And the DVD is that Jake Gyllenhaal, Anne Hathaway movie, Love and Other Drugs. And he goes, here's the DVD you wanted, I told you about. It's really good for you. Just be really careful when you open it. And I was like, clever, right? I didn't have to explain that, right? He put the pill in the box. Okay. I didn't know how drunk the room was. So, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. So I take out the $40 from my back pocket. I slide it towards him. He takes the $40, slides it back towards me, and says the most romantic thing a man has ever said to me. He said, no, I've got this one. You get the next round. That's it. I'm Nicole Burch. Thank you guys so much.
Nicole, everybody.